finding out that the things you struggle with every day are actually signs of hidden power. That the traits people criticize in you are the same traits that could one day save lives. That's The World of the Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. The story follows Percy Jackson, a 12-year-old boy who can't seem to stay out of trouble. He has dyslexia. He has ADHD. He gets expelled from school again and again. Teachers think he's lazy. Classmates think he's weird. Percy starts believing it too. Then everything changes. He discovers that Greek gods are real. Monsters are real. And he is the son of Poseidon, the god of the sea. When Zeus's master lightning bolt is stolen, Percy is accused of being the thief. To stop a war between the gods, he must go on a dangerous cross-country quest to return the bolt and find a real culprit. But beneath the action and mythology, this story is really about identity, friendship, courage, and learning to see yourself clearly. Percy grows up believing he is broken. His dyslexia makes reading hard. His ADHD makes it impossible to sit still. He feels like he doesn't belong anywhere. For years, he thinks the problem is him. Then he learns the truth. His dyslexia exists because his brain is wired to read ancient Greek. His ADHD gives him battle reflexes that keep him alive in combat. The traits that caused him pain in one world are exactly what he needs in another. What looks like weakness in one environment can be strength in the right one. Think about your own life. Maybe you struggle in traditional school, but thrive when building something practical. Maybe you feel restless in a quiet office, but energized in fast-paced situations. It might not mean you are flawed. It might mean you are in the wrong setting. Before calling something a weakness, pause and ask whether it's simply misplaced strength. Percy doesn't figure out who he is by sitting and thinking about it. He learns through challenge. He fights monsters. He survives traps. He makes hard choices. Each situation reveals something about his character. He learns he is loyal. He learns he protects people even when he's scared. He learns he can lead when necessary. None of that knowledge comes from comfort. It comes from pressure. You don't discover your identity by waiting for clarity. You discover it by stepping into difficulty. Remember a time when you had to do something uncomfortable. Maybe it was speaking in public. Maybe it was handling a serious responsibility for the first time. You probably felt unsure at the start, but by the end you understood yourself better. Growth exposes strength. Percy also doesn't survive alone. On his quest, he is joined by Annabeth, the daughter of Athena, and Grover, his loyal protector. They argue sometimes. They disagree. But when danger appears, they stand together. Annabeth brings strategy. Grover brings loyalty. Percy brings courage and instinct. Their strengths combine. Alone, each one would likely fail. Together, they have a chance. Friendship in this story is not decoration. It is survival. In real life, the same is true. Whether you are preparing for exams, building a project, or navigating a difficult season, having people who believe in you changes everything. They may not remove the challenge, but they make it bearable. Choose people who grow with you, and be someone others can rely on. Another important lesson shows up in the way the gods behave. The powerful adults in this story are not perfect. They are prideful, emotional, quick to blame. Zeus is ready to start a war without full evidence. Decisions are made from ego rather than wisdom. Percy learns that authority is not always right, but he doesn't become disrespectful or reckless. Instead, he develops his own sense of right and wrong. Even when pressured by powerful beings, he chooses integrity. This matters in real life too. Leaders, teachers, bosses, even parents can make mistakes. Respect is important, but blind obedience is not maturity. Thinking for yourself is. Develop your own moral compass. Listen to others, but don't silence your conscience. Here's something many readers overlook. This isn't just a story about gods and monsters. It's about a boy who feels unwanted, learning that he matters. Percy believes his father abandoned him. He feels like a burden. He thinks his existence causes problems. The battles with monsters are exciting, but the deeper battle is internal. It's about belonging. That's why the story connects so deeply. Almost everyone has felt out of place at some point. Almost everyone has wondered if they're enough. Percy's journey answers that question in action. Courage plays a central role in that journey. Percy is afraid constantly. He fears failing his friends. He fears not being strong enough. He fears the gods themselves. But he moves forward anyway. Courage in this story is quiet. It's choosing to step between danger and a friend. It's continuing when quitting feels safer. It's trusting yourself when you don't feel ready. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is action despite fear. Think about moments in your own life where fear tried to stop you. Applying for something new, starting a creative project, having a hard conversation. Fear showed up first. Confidence came later. That's how it works. The most powerful idea in this entire story is simple. Your past does not define your potential. Percy starts as a problem kid, expelled, misunderstood, labeled. By the end, he is the hero who prevented a war among gods. What changed was not his intelligence or personality. What changed was his understanding of himself. Once he saw his identity, clearly his behavior shifted. He stopped seeing himself as broken. He started seeing himself as capable. Many people live below their potential because of labels placed on them years ago. Bad student, not talented, too emotional, too loud, too quiet. But labels are incomplete stories. Sometimes you haven't failed. You just haven't found your arena yet. Percy's power was always there. It needed context. Today, take one small action. Write down one trait you've always considered weakness. Then ask yourself where that trait could become a strength. Sensitivity could mean emotional intelligence. Restlessness could mean you need dynamic work. Questioning authority could mean you are a critical thinker. Shift the frame. You may not need to rebuild yourself from scratch. You may only need to see yourself differently. In a world that pressures everyone to fit a standard mold, this story offers a quiet reminder. The things that make you feel different might be the very things that make you powerful. Not everyone is designed for an ordinary path. And sometimes the moment you stop trying to be normal is the moment your real story finally begins.